Imagine this. If you lined up every company from the entire 20th century, you need to count through 1,666 companies before finding just one that helped create nearly half of all stock market wealth. That's how rare these massive winners are. In this eye-opening chapter, Morgan Housel reveals why extreme events, not averages, drive most of life's results. You'll discover why Amazon's founder Jeff Bezos was perfectly fine with launching 500 failed products, and why Warren Buffett made 90% of his wealth from just 10 investments. Whether you're an investor, entrepreneur, or simply someone trying to build wealth, understanding the power of tail events will completely transform how you think about success and failure. Get ready to learn why being wrong most of the time might actually be the key to massive success. Welcome to Book Summary, where we deliver hours of in-depth ideas in just minutes of pure insight. Every time, we distill the essence of life-changing books to save you time, build wisdom, and inspire transformation. In this fascinating chapter, Morgan Housel challenges everything we think we know about success by introducing us to the concept of tail events, those rare, extreme outcomes that drive the majority of results in both life and investing. Think about this. Amazon, the e-commerce giant we know today, has launched hundreds of products that completely flopped. Remember the Fire Phone? Probably not, because it was a massive failure. But here's the kicker. Amazon was perfectly fine with these failures because they understood that just a few massive successes, like AWS, Amazon Web Services, would more than make up for all their losses. In fact, AWS alone generates more profit than all of Amazon's retail operations combined. Housel shares a mind-blowing statistic. Out of 26,000 publicly traded companies since 1926, just 90 companies generated half of all stock market returns. That's less than 1% of companies creating 50% of all the wealth. This pattern repeats everywhere in investing. The majority of gains come from a tiny minority of exceptional winners. He illustrates this with venture capital investing. Most VCs expect that 80% of their investments will either fail or barely break even. Yet they're okay with this because they know the remaining 20%, and particularly the top 1%, will deliver such extraordinary returns that they'll more than compensate for all the losses. The beauty of this chapter is how Housel connects this to everyday investing wisdom. He explains why diversification is crucial, not because it reduces risk, but because it increases your chances of catching these rare tail events. It's like buying more lottery tickets, but in this case, with much better odds. Consider Warren Buffett's track record. Despite being known as history's greatest investor, most of his individual stock picks weren't spectacular winners. The bulk of his wealth came from just a handful of incredible investments held for extremely long periods. It wasn't about being right all the time. It was about being right on the ones that really mattered. The key takeaways are revolutionary. Success isn't about minimizing failures, it's about maximizing your exposure to potential home runs. You don't need to be right all the time, or even most of the time. You just need to be really right occasionally. This applies beyond investing, in business, careers, and even life choices. It's often the unusual, unexpected events that end up mattering most. Housel concludes with a powerful insight. The way to win isn't by avoiding all risks or trying to be perfect. Instead, it's about positioning yourself to benefit from positive tail events while protecting against negative ones. This means staying in the game long enough to catch those rare but powerful moments that change everything. This chapter fundamentally changes how we should think about success and failure. It's not about having a perfect batting average. It's about hitting the occasional home run that makes all the strikeouts worthwhile. In a world obsessed with consistency and avoiding mistakes, this counterintuitive wisdom might be exactly what we need to hear. And there you have it. Now you know why some of the most successful investors and entrepreneurs aren't afraid of failure. They're playing the long game, waiting for those rare but powerful wins that change everything. Pretty mind-blowing, right? But hey, speaking of life-changing insights, wait until you hear what Morgan Housel has to say about freedom in Chapter 7. He completely flips the script on what we think wealth and success really mean. Ever wondered why some people with millions feel trapped while others with much less feel incredibly free? That's exactly what we'll explore next. In the next chapter, you'll discover why the ultimate form of wealth isn't about your bank balance. It's about having control over your time and your choices. Housel shares fascinating stories about people who found true freedom, and trust me, it's not what you'd expect. He explains why sometimes earning less can actually make you richer in ways that really matter. If you've ever felt stuck in the rat race or wondered if there's more to life than just making money, Chapter 7 will be a game changer for you. It's honestly one of my favorite chapters in the entire book. Thank you so much for watching this far. If you found value in understanding tail events and how they shape success, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to catch the next chapter. Drop a comment if you're ready to redefine what true wealth means to you. See you in Chapter 7, where we'll unlock the real secret to financial freedom. Trust me, you won't want to miss this one.